everybody, welcome back to Caroline's Closet, aka Caroline's Minivan. Time for another car ride rant session. Just because I've been listening to people complain for the last 3 straight days and it's driving me nuts, so now it's my turn to complain and you guys can all listen to me. And it's been nothing but issues. Nobody likes the stuff I'm sending them and it's making me want to cry. So I think I mentioned the SodaStream machines. I had 2. It was actually 3, but one of them never said anything else after my original message. 3 people that originally complained they were defective or arrived damaged, but it was really only because it didn't have the CO2, and the listing clearly stated that it didn't have the CO2. None of the 3 of them ended up returning, so that's fine. And then I had a kitchen scale, food scale, up to 11 pounds, stainless steel. It's actually pretty nice. I think the price on it was like $82.99 or something, from the pallet also. And it was brand new. I opened the box and the scale was wrapped in its thin plastic and stuck good, and the batteries were still encased in their plastic wrap, and nothing looked like it had ever been touched or opened or anything. So I shipped it as is, and then the digital display did not read properly. The bottom half of the numbers was not showing. So I accepted that return. She sent it back. I had sold it for $45, so I did or like $44.67 I think was my total with free shipping. So she got a full refund and I paid the shipping back, and I checked it and she's right, the bottom half of the numbers don't work. So that was sad. That came back to me on Saturday. And then last week, on like the day after I heard from this one, somebody that bought a large skillet thing with a lid wanted to return it because he didn't realize that the lid was bent up and that there was a scratch on it, which was all disclosed in the listing as appropriate. The title even said flaws at the end, and the condition was accurate and the description was accurate. And he did understand after I wrote back. I was like, well, I did mention this several times in the listing, and so he was a little disappointed, but he didn't want to return it, and he understood that I was not going to pay either the return shipping or refund his $18 initial shipping, because those pants are freaking heavy. So he wasn't going to return it, but I did offer him a partial refund, and I gave him $10 back. So that was another disappointment, but fine. 2 things, whatever. Okay, so I got sick of fighting with my phone holder and decided I was going to fix it when I stopped for gas. But then I put gas in my car and pulled up at the gas station without even thinking about it, and decided I would just wait and finish this video today. So this is the next morning, Wednesday morning, June whatever, 12th. Oh yeah, it's my 2-year-old's birthday today. Yay! We did her party last weekend, so I didn't really forget. But and I got 2 more examples to add to this video because I waited an extra day. So lucky me. But anyway, I went through I talked about the SodaStreams and the skillets with the flaws, or the skillet with the flaws, and yeah, so I'm up to 2 different air fryers, 2 different brands. One of them was New Wave and one of them was Bella. And I think I got both of the complaints on Friday night, or maybe one was Friday night and one was Saturday morning. One of them just said it doesn't work, and the other one said it keeps turning on and off. Well, both of the fryers had their boxes. They appeared to be new and unused. I did open them, and whenever it's obviously an open box, like these have obviously been taken out of the box and put back in, I do a little more looking them over and testing. All I did was plug them in, basically, essentially to make sure that everything lights up. I don't put french fries in it and try to fry them or make myself some chicken wings or something to test it out. So I couldn't cook with every single kitchen appliance that I got. So I did test them, and the fact that I plugged them in to make sure they turned on, and I double checked to make sure all the pieces were there, and checked them over for cosmetic flaws and everything. And I did sell them as used in like new condition, so I didn't want to put new because it was very obvious that they had been opened, and it was Amazon, so they didn't have like a new open box option. It was just like used, like new condition or new, and I didn't want anybody to think they were brand new. So yeah, 2 different air fryers, 2 different brands, both coming back because they don't work. And I have one more of the New Wave ones that hasn't sold yet, that's already listed, and I have 2 more of the Bella ones, one in the same size and one in a different size, I think, that are still sitting there waiting to sell. So I'm scared to sell those. Like, if somebody buys them, I'm going to freak out the whole time until I get feedback from them, or until I know 30 days has passed and they're not coming back. But Saturday when I went to work, I went back and double checked those to make sure that there was no signs of any use or anything, and that they plugged in and appeared to work. But yeah, what am I supposed to do? Try to cook something in every single appliance I get? One of the air fryer ones I haven't. I sent her return instructions on how to open the return. Haven't heard anything back. The other one, I got a message then the next day after I sent the instructions. And what happens is they try to go around me and go through Amazon, which I wish they could just go through Amazon and make life a lot easier. But they sent a message thinking they were sending it to Amazon with an issue with this order. Then Amazon turns around and sends it to me saying, we received a message from this person saying they would like to return this unit because it's defective. And then it says, the customer indicated that the customer is disabled and unable to make it to a carrier. And you know, my thought is, what the heck am I supposed to do about that? You know, there's a return process. And if they're wanting to tell me that the item is defective, they have to return the item. So I politely wrote back and I said, I'm sorry the item didn't work. I'm happy to issue a full refund, including shipping. Please know that most carriers will offer a free pickup service. And hopefully they can do that. Well, then yesterday I didn't get anything from them on Monday. And then yesterday I got another one that came through Amazon again. So obviously they were trying to contact Amazon to avoid contacting me because they don't want to return it. And it just said, all it said was, need to return, it's broken. That's it. And I just marked it as no reply necessary because I've replied twice to this person, letting them know they'll get a full refund. I'll pay the shipping, but I'm not doing it unless they return the item, because I've had a lot of people lately that claim they want to return something and then they're not sending the items back. And so I feel like a lot of these, especially anything that's over like $50 or $60, I always worry if it's a scam. But, so there's those 2. Then Monday morning I woke up and had a message from the Virgin Islands, which is where one of my Dysons for $229.95 shipped, with free shipping, which by the way costs like $60 to get into the Virgin Islands. So it was basically the farthest away place that somebody could take me up on the free shipping offer. But anyway, so that I got a message from them saying, can you let me know what's going on with this package? Tracking isn't updating. So, or tracking hasn't updated in a while or something like that. So I looked, and the last update on the tracking for it was like 10 days previously, and it just said item in transit, shipping delayed, or delivery delayed, or something like that on the tracking, but no specific reason, nothing telling me why or when it would be delivered, no update on the ETA. And I hate that too, because what do they expect me to do? Are they thinking that I'm like driving it to them, or in my own personal jet flying it to them? If the tracking has obviously shown that the post office has it in their possession, why would you not just contact the post office in a situation like that? I've never understood that. People contact the seller all the time. Can you check and see what's going on with this? The tracking shows it's doing this. And I'm like, well, if the tracking shows it's doing that, then that's what's happening, and it's out of my hands. But anyway, so I wrote back and I said, well, it does appear to still be in transit. Let's keep an eye on it and see if it updates soon. Otherwise, I recommend contacting the post office to check with them for further information. So he wrote back yesterday and he said, thank you, I'll give it till the end of the week and then I will get back to you and ask that you look into it further. What am I going to do that you can't do? And normally, I think if there's a lost package or something claim, I think it's the recipient that's supposed to file the claim for it. I don't think the person that shipped it to can do it. So yeah, there's that. So I have a $230 Dyson vacuum out there somewhere that's floating around in space, wondering when it might arrive to the buyer and hoping that I'm not going to be screwed out of $230. Then, and then on Mercari, and this was Sunday or Monday, I had shipped a little Hermetics fountain display, like little countertop or desktop, one of those relaxation fountain type things with the rock garden in it. And it was obviously an open box. I looked it all over. Everything was in perfect condition, except it was missing the essential oils that initially came with it. Okay, yeah. But I had another one that had a broken piece that I haven't listed because I wasn't sure if anybody would want it or if I could fix it. It's just a tiny little plastic piece, but it goes to the pump and there wouldn't be any way to attach it to the pump without that piece. So I haven't listed that one. So this one shipped on Mercari last week. It arrived. They accepted it. I rated them. And you don't get to see their ratings for you until after you've rated them on Mercari, and you don't get the money until you've rated them. So I rated them, didn't think anything of it. And then Monday, I looked at my feedback because I was looking to see what somebody else had said about something. And his comment was, this shit arrived broke. Good thing I knew how to rig it so I could still use it or something. And then he said, don't buy from this seller, or I won't buy from this seller again, something along those lines. And so I freaked out at first. I was like, oh shoot, maybe I sent him the broken one? Nope, the broken one was still just as broken as it was before. So I don't know what was broke. He didn't mention what was broken with his and didn't say anything about it. But once he accepted it, and he obviously said he's able to use it, so it wasn't that broken. But I double checked everything, especially after finding the little piece of cracked plastic in the other one. And it was not broken when it left me, and I packed pretty well. So there's that. But that was only like a $10 sale. I got $9 for it. He paid $10 plus shipping. And I still got the money for that one because he had already accepted it, so whatever. But then, now I'm losing where I was. There's something else. Oh, and then also this weekend, I had a complaint about one of the comic books that I sent out saying that it had a little bit of water damage on a couple pages that was not disclosed in the listing. And honestly, I mean, that could be, I told him he could return it. He hasn't opened to return yet. But I said, I was listing several of these and I tried to disclose the condition to the best of my ability. But I also did not flip through every single page of every single one. And so it's very possible that, there's some damage somewhere in some of them that I did not take into account. So I was more than happy to offer to let him return it for a full refund. That was the only complaint. I've shipped, I think, 7 of the comic books so far, not too many. But that's the only complaint I've gotten. And I tried to be pretty generous or pretty over dramatic in my, this may have flaws, this is ungraded, it's, not in mint condition, there are definite creases and signs of age, fading, whatever. Just generalized description and saying that it's not graded. But I didn't mention water damage. So yes, he can return that if he wants, and that will definitely be my fault, and I will refund and no then yesterday, okay, so this is what happened after I left off in this video. I got home and I had a message from somebody on eBay. Most of those other ones were all Amazon sales, except for the Dyson. That was an eBay sale, and the Mercari one. But I had a message from somebody on eBay who had bought another Homedics diffuser from me, brand new, but it was missing the essential oils out of the package. Still, the remote was still wrapped in its plastic. The unit still was wrapped in its plastic. There was nothing, no indication of use or anything. So she wrote back and said that she had bought it to replace one of her clients that she had broken. She's a cleaning lady, I guess. And she was so excited because mine was, even though it was open box and no essential oils, it was still like $30 less than the cheapest other one that she could find, and $30 is 3 hours of her cleaning time, and I completely get that, because that's how I live my life and judge what I'm allowed to buy is how long I'm going to have to work to pay for it. So I get it, but she said she gave it to the client, and the client plugged it in and said it didn't work. So she was hoping I had another one that I could replace it with, but I don't. So I did tell her she can go ahead and return that for a full refund. And this is the one that makes me want to cry the most. Late last night, I got a message. I have not responded to her yet because I was just fuming, and it just made my head start throbbing. But I sold one of my iRobots a couple days ago, shipped it out immediately, and it is still in transit to her. And I'm going to put up a screenshot because I did remember when I was reading this to take a screenshot for you. But she said that she needs to return it. It hasn't even been delivered yet. It's still in transit according to the tracking. She needs to return it because her kids ordered it for her, and they didn't realize it had no charger. The title says no charger. The condition description says no charger. The description box says no charger. I tried to make it perfectly clear there was no charger. It is at least $80 to $100 less than the complete units on the site that have chargers and are, complete brand new units. So there should have been no confusion whatsoever. Obviously, anytime you find something that's that much cheaper than something else, you should always figure out why. And when it specifically says no charger over and over and over and over, open box, no charger, no box, whatever, I tried to make it perfectly clear, and they didn't read it. And I love how she's blaming her children because it's on her account, so they spent her money on it. So who goes on somebody else's eBay account unless she told them, I want you to look and see if you can find me this and spend my money to get it, and don't spend more than this. So blaming your kids is nothing. It says no charger on it. So I do accept returns. She is not going to get her shipping back. She is going to be paying to ship it back to me. And quite frankly, the cost of shipping it both ways is about what it would cost her to buy a charger. I had debated on buying a charger and a charger base and charger for it before I listed it, because it looked like I could get both for like less than $60. And then the rate, I'd probably sell it for about $70 or $80 more. So I wouldn't really sell it more, but I figured it would sell faster if I had the charger and the charger base with it. But then I just decided I had one with everything, one without. I would see if the one with everything sold super fast for full asking price, then maybe I'd go back and consider ordering the charger for the other one. But it hasn't sold yet, so yeah, it's still in transit, and she wants to return it. I'll respond to her once I get to work this morning. That's it. I initially was going to complain about people asking stupid questions too, because Monday was my day of nothing but questions. I think I answered 8 different questions on 8 different items, and not a single one of them ended up buying anything or buying the items they were asking questions about. And some of them were just ridiculous questions that should not have been asked, and others were questions that were already answered in the description. And some of them, you know, I can say were legit questions that somebody might be curious about before they buy, but just annoying. So yeah, that's it. That's my week so far. Hey everybody, back at work. Oh my god, look at that mess behind me. I don't want to show you that. I don't want to show you any of this stuff. I don't have any clean space behind me to show off. Anyway, I was about to put this video together and throw it up, but I decided I would first check the tracking on that Dyson, and as of yesterday, late afternoon, it did finally update. It had been 14 days since the last update on the tracking, and it shows that it is in the Virgin Islands right now. So, hopefully, he will receive his Dyson within the next day or two, give me positive feedback, and I can be done with that worry. And then I did respond to the iRobot lady, and I was completely honest. I was like, I tried to price it so that you could purchase a charger and still have it be at an exceptional value. So you may want to look into finding a charger for it rather than losing the shipping expense to and from. So we'll see. I was very nice, very polite, and I did say I have an open return policy, no questions asked, so if you do want to return it, that's fine. But keep in mind that you will be at the postage and that you could probably get a charger for close to the price that you're going to be losing on postage. So we'll see. Anyway, I also wanted to say, because I don't think I said it in the other videos, but my sales have been crazy busy lately, so yes, my returns and my frustrations and my crazy emails and stuff are driving me insane, but for the last week, I have been shipping like crazy too, so money is coming in just as fast as people are asking for it back, and hopefully that keeps up so that each time one of these people actually does send me a refund, I have the money to give them back. That's one thing I don't like about eBay as opposed to like Mercari and Poshmark. I spent most of my money that was in PayPal this last week because I had lots of bills to pay. So if I had to pay for that Dyson, or if it randomly returned to me or something and I had to pay for it, or for some reason eBay didn't side with me, and if it didn't arrive and the post office didn't pay me back or something, if I had to refund that person's money and the iRobot, the money would not be there for it. So Amazon, at least they keep the money for a couple weeks, so I don't have the risk of spending it before it goes to a refund if it has to. And Poshmark and Mercari, once they accept it, it's all theirs. That's it. There's no returns. So I do like that. But anyway, sales have picked up, so that is a plus. I'm not just complaining, but this is nuts, and it might just lead me to not ever want to get another pallet that has kitchen appliances and stuff on it, because they all seem to be broken. And it's crazy because, I would completely understand if I opened them and they looked like they had been used at all in any way, shape, or form, or they didn't plug in and work properly, but they're not. So obviously there's like a defect in them, or maybe it's just the storage and the transportation all around that's causing things to malfunction. I don't know what to do with those other 3 air fryers. I am really scared to sell anymore with the 2 that I have sold being 2 completely different brands and not working properly. But neither of them have come back yet, so we'll see. But anyway, that's it. Give me a thumbs up, cheer me up, and have a great, great, great day, guys. Bye.